Hey guys, the Fireball is here. It's just me today. And today we have a couple TV spots to cover. We're only a few days away, more like 2 days away, from the last night, and I'm really hyped. And also, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, because my sub bot's broken and I'm not getting any more subs. So, if you guys could subscribe, that would help. Guys, come on, the sub bots, they're not gonna fill in subs. I mean, you guys are slacking on that. Anyways, jokes aside, if this video gets, let's say, 500 likes by the end of the day, I will legit, no joke, make a video of myself trying online dating. I might do a Facebook video or something, I don't know. So anyways, there, I set a goal for you guys. Alright, so we have a couple of good stuff to cover and some bad stuff to cover. Might as well get the good out of the way. Alright, so we had this image of Nitro and Megatron. They're transforming together and they're leaving the place. Now, this place is the stage where Optimus Prime and Bumblebee were fighting. You can tell because of, you know, the sky, the whole metal floors and stuff. But the interesting thing here is that we see Nitro transforming, like, you know, shifting from a robot to a jet. And people were saying that Nitro and Onslaught are KSI drones. Because, you know, they look like Shockwave, they look like Long Haul. But if he was a KSI drone, don't you think he would be, you know, separating into a million particles only to come together as a jet instead of, you know, just shifting into an airplane? Yeah, so that pretty much confirms that Nitro and Onslaught, they are not KSI drones, they're the real thing. And oh my god, I will prefer them being KSI drones because you guys are about to find out. I'm gonna tell you guys later why I think it will be better if they were just KSI drones. Alright, next we got this new commercial for Megatron. And he basically arrives in the desert and just like this businessman around. And then he says, "I want my crew." And then we see a new shot of Mohawk. And he's in some kind of facility. Supposedly this is the place where they're keeping Autobots and Decepticons prisoners. I don't think they're just keeping Decepticons, because so far we know that there's 7 Decepticons in the film. And here it looks like there's more than 7, you know, prison things. You can see the Mohawk is emerging out of the ground. So meaning like these things right here, they work as some kind of cell for Decepticons. But there's more than 7, so that means there's more Decepticons, or they're keeping Autobots there too. And the funny thing is that they're releasing them. Why? You worked so hard to capture these prisoners and you're releasing them. Like, that's super weird. Also, I like how Mohawk's like, "What up, fellas?" Like, at least that's something pretty good that Michael Bay did. Gave the Transformers characters personality. It's good to see a Decepticon with personality, even though he's probably gonna die in the first half hour of the film. How do I know they're releasing him? The humans are not shooting. Come on, that's a dead giveaway. Alright, so in a previous video I said that we're probably gonna see a scene of Barricade and Megatron breaking out the Decepticons out of jail. But that's not gonna be the case apparently. Apparently the humans are gonna hand in the Decepticons to Megatron. And I'm thinking they're doing this with the purpose of having Megatron and the Autobots destroy each other, because they know that the Decepticons are, well, they suck at their job and the Autobots are gonna be outnumbered. So it's a good way to get them both to kill each other. Alright, and also, he says he wants Dread. And here we see a shot of Dreadbot. Now, I don't think this is happening on the jail. I think this is gonna be like some kind of flashback. If you saw Suicide Squad, and I know a lot of people didn't like it, I thought it was meh. In the movie Suicide Squad, there was this introduction to the characters. For example, like they will say, "Oh, Deadshot," and then there was a flashback of Deadshot doing his job, and then one Harley Quinn doing her job. I think we're gonna get the same thing with the Decepticons here. For example, Megatron's gonna be like, "I want Mohawk," then we're gonna have a scene of Mohawk. Then he's gonna be like Onslaught, and then we're gonna have a scene of Onslaught. Nitro, and we're gonna have another scene of Nitro, and you know, it's gonna go on with all the Decepticons. So here we can see a clearer shot of Hooligan, or Dreadbot. I'm gonna call him Hooligan because I've been calling him Hooligan so much that has just stuck to me. Like, There's no way I can call him anything else anymore. Alright. Now we're gonna get into the not so good stuff. So here, in this new TV spot, I had to borrow this from someone else, don't worry. We see Jeff and Crossers transforming. Well, we see Crosser in the background, but we finally got transformation for both Jeff in vehicle mode and Crossers in vehicle mode too. I hope we get one of Hound, because in Age of Extinction they went really lazy with the transformations. The whole, you know, multiplying thing into a million pieces. The background transformations like the high octane Bumblebee at the beginning of the film. In Age of Extinction they were extremely lazy with the transformations. And so far they seem to be doing the smart thing in The Last Night. They're, you know, showing us the full transformations, they're not hiding anything. It's pretty good, you know, props for that. Okay, so here's where we jump to the bad news. We see Onslaught and he's missing a leg. I wonder who could have done such a thing? Like, wow. Maybe something really sharp. Okay, it's pretty obvious it was Drift. I think you can see where this is going. And here we see in the shoulders that Onslaught has, the shoulder things. He has like mesos or something, and I gotta admit, that's really cool. Like, that's actually kinda amazing. And we see Crossers and Jerf, they're engaging Onslaught. This is the first time we see them fight a Decepticon. Age of Extinction, the KSI drones don't count. And we see that he has lost both of his shoulder, his meso things that he had. He's on the floor right now. And Jerf raises the sword and it decapitates Onslaught. I know! Why would you do that? Why would you show us the death of Onslaught in a TV spot? And also, why would you kill Onslaught? You know who you should kill? Mohawk, Dreadbot, Berserker. Heck, there's like a whole legions of Infernicus you could kill. Onslaught and Nacho, those were the guys you should have kept. And Megatron and Barricade, those 4 Decepticons, you should have kept alive. You could kill anyone else, but do not kill those guys. And oh. But it's not all bad, okay? Listen. What if I told you there's a small chance that he's still alive? Now, I know what you're thinking. He just got decapitated. How is he alive? Okay, let me explain. I'm gonna have to bring up an old example that a lot of you probably don't remember. In Revenge of the Fallen, I know that movie. In Revenge of the Fallen, we see this Decepticon be on the same situation as Onslaught over here. He got shot and his head kind of just flew off. But if you pay attention to this picture, we can see a small cable that connects Onslaught's head to his body. In Revenge of the Fallen, when this generic Proloform Decepticon lost his head, it was still connected, like he was still moving, but I think he got shot or something happened to his cable that it made it explode and he died. Why am I bringing this up? Well, his cable here is still connected, so maybe his head's gonna come off, but he's gonna be like near dead, and then Megatron or someone else is gonna show up and he's basically gonna try and repair him, because we know Megatron is close by. Here you can see that there's like holes in the cable, so the cable might break and that will kill Onslaught. There's a small, ridiculously high chance that Onslaught might survive. A really small chance. What this means for the Combaticons, it means that we won't be seeing Bruticus. I'm just kidding, we're gonna see Bruticus in some more film. But before you say, Onslaught, it's dead. Okay, you know who else is dead? Brawl. Brawl's dead. And they could just easily reuse Brawl's model, or I don't know, bring in another character to form Bruticus. Because if you remember, Devastator. You know who combined into Devastator? Demolisher combined into Devastator. Rampage combined into Devastator. And where were those guys in Revenge of the Fallen? I mean, yeah, sure, they both died, but who are all those other guys? Those are other Constructicons that can combine into Devastator. That's what I'm saying. Just because Brawl and Onslaught are gone doesn't mean Bruticus is out of the picture. We could still see Bruticus. Just give another CGI model. Just put two other Transformers and say that they can combine into Bruticus. I mean, no, I know it's gonna be weird not having Onslaught there, but you know what they could do? In the first movie, we had Brawl, okay, and then they call him Devastator, and it was just confusing. You could always retcon that, like just say, oh yeah, in the first movie that was actually some more guy. That's not the real Brawl. You could say that for Onslaught too. Like say that, oh yeah, we call him Onslaught, but he's not the real Onslaught. He's like a copy of Onslaught. The real Onslaught's that guy that combines into Bruticus. And that's what I'm saying. Just because Onslaught is gone doesn't mean Bruticus is out of the picture already. Quite the opposite. There's a chance Bruticus is gonna appear, and he's most likely gonna appear, considering we still have Blastoff, Vortex, and Swindle haven't appeared in the movies yet, and we have two Combaticons missing. For Brawl, you could easily say that, oh yeah, there's many Brawls, because in Dark of the Moon we saw that there was another CGI model of Brawl, so you could easily say that. And for also, you could probably say the same thing, or you could just retcon that name and say that he's some more character. But anyways, other than that, I'm really disappointed that they kill Onslaught. Hopefully they don't kill Nitro. He's like my second favorite Decepticon so far. Oh, and Barricade. I hope they don't kill him either. But this raises an important question. The Autobots in Age of Extinction, and so far in this movie, they have been portrayed pretty good, you know? Like, they have personalities, they actually do stuff, unlike the previous Autobots. Unlike most of them at least. But for the Decepticons, can we expect the same thing? So far, Hooligan / Dreadpod seems like another generic Decepticon, just wanting to destroy stuff. Megatron, of course, is Megatron, and he's gonna be really cool in this film. Nitro has surprisingly survived a lot, but we still don't know if he's actually gonna talk, or if he's gonna have some kind of major role. Onslaught is gonna be generic, he's not gonna have personality, I can see it already. And Mohawk surprisingly has personality, I'm not gonna lie, that surprised me. But will the Decepticons have proper personalities, proper screen time on the film? That's the thing that I'm worried about, because I'm not sure if that's gonna happen. I think for Barricade we could probably see his ruthless side, but other than that, I don't know. What do you guys think? Comment down below. Do you guys think that the Decepticons will be given proper personalities? Do you think they will be properly handling the film? I know Michael Bay has his track record of not handling Decepticons pretty well, and we can add Onslaught to the record. Hopefully Onslaught leaves the film with a bang. I wouldn't mind him seeing, you know, destroy a couple stuff or cause some mayhem. At least make his end dignifying. Like, at least he had a good run for the short time he was in the film. Anyways guys, that's it for this video. Bye.